Hi guys, and welcome back to War of Trades, the YouTube channel where we talk about the stock market, stocks, and the war between the bulls and the bears, and how to win it. I'm Alex Accardi, Commander Accardi, and today I found an mm, interesting journal on the tip ranks, and the title is 3 EV stocks under $10 that might be near the bottom. Analysts say buy. Okay, so of course we want to buy stocks when they are near the bottom, and we want to buy stocks that have a big uh, big way of moving up. So that's exactly what we're going to look at. So it's from yesterday, from January the 10th, and it was from Michael Marcus. And we're going to read what did he wrote and talk about those stocks. So electric vehicles have been on the roads for the better part of 2 decades now in slowly increasing numbers. The technology isn't new. EVs were part of the initial wave of automotive technology over a century ago, but modern metallurgy, batteries, and drive trains have made them more practical. While the internal combustion engine still offers an overall better package of performance, power, and price, EV are catching up, and we have seen that, of course, in Tesla. They are getting a boost from the government in the form of supportive policies. The Biden administration, even though I know that a lot of guys out there don't like that, is seeking a pledge from US automakers to make a full court press in promoting electric cars, with a goal of reaching 40% EV sales by 2030. New companies are springing up to fill the demand, building new and innovative models of all-electric or hybrid electric cars, and expanding the necessary charging networks to keep them powered up. This brings up new opportunities for investors as well as new challenges. On the challenge side, 2021 was a tough year for EV makers. Yes, and we have seen that for almost all EVs, except for maybe XPeng and Tesla, which has done great at the end of the year. Between semiconductor chip shortages, supply chain disruptions, and rising cost inflation, the auto companies are facing a storm of headwinds. Plenty of new companies entered the markets through IPOs and SPACs transactions, but most of them ended the year with their share prices significantly below their starting points. So here it seems that there is an opportunity. But according to D.A. Davidson, analyst Michael Schliesky, with the year-end past us, the low EV share prices might present investors with an attractive entry point. That's true. We believe now might be the right time for investors to take a closer look at the EV stocks individually and assess which are furthest along, offering the best risk-reward. We look for companies actively booking binding orders and delivering vehicles as our best bets, with additional points for good management, a wide moat, or a head start. Schliesky wrote. So let's take a closer look at some Schliesky picks among the new EV companies, and then after that we're going to look at the technical analysis of the stock. The first one is HYZN, which is Hyzon Motors. Hyzon Motors is a green automaker focused mainly on the development of heavy-duty commercial trucks. That's an interesting sector. The gimmick here is in the power source. Hyzon is working on hydrogen fuel cells to power its EVs, so something similar like Nikola, as an alternative to batteries. Fuel cells use oxygen in the air to complete an electrochemical reaction with stored hydrogen to generate electricity. The process produces less toxic waste than traditional batteries, although it is more expensive to build. The only byproduct of the reaction is pure water. Hyzon currently has a fuel cell manufacturing facility in Rochester, New York, producing 150 kilowatts fuel cells and preparing for production of higher capacities 370 kilowatt cells. The 370 kW systems will produce the equivalent of 500 horsepower, enough for a variety of heavy-duty commercial truck applications. Hyzon aims to produce vehicles in the marine, mining, and locomotive niches. Hyzon currently has several commercial trucks with prototypes in operation. These include a municipal sewage cleaner, of which 2 have been delivered to the municipality of Rotterdam in the Netherlands, a 55-ton meal delivery truck in use with the Friesland Campina Dairy Cup and the Rochester Development Vehicles, the first Hyzon truck to hit the road in North America. These vehicles feature ranges between 400 and 600 miles and zero pollutant emissions. Okay, interesting. Hyzon vehicles are not yet in regular production, and the company is delivering small orders for purposes of testing and demonstration. In effect, the company is in the proof concept stage. Last month, Hyzon delivered 29 fuel cell electric heavy-duty trucks for use in the commercial steel industry in China, which is more than Rivian, and signed an agreement with the Dutch waste management company Konba. These are typical of the company's current small-scale deliveries. Because Hyzon is still delivering demo batches, it hasn't started bringing in a regular revenue stream. In the most recent reported quarter, Q3 2021, the company showed just a little less than 1 million at the top line. On a positive note, Hyzon expects that its Rochester, New York, and Bolingbrook, Illinois manufacturing facilities will be in full production by the end of the first H 2022. Despite the positive outlook, Hyzon stock has been falling and is down 62% from its February peak. Like many highly speculative companies, Hyzon is vulnerable to short reports, that is, reports of delayed or cancelled deliveries that negatively impact the share price. These reports were not correct according to Schlieskai, but left Hyzon as a show-me stock. Schlieskai also points out that Hyzon is doing the showing. He writes, HYZN appears to be on track with its strategy of selling fuel cells trucks to natural early adopters while making early investments in the hydrogen infrastructure. It's a strategy we believe will work, or at the very least may result in interest from a larger truck company. The recent deal with Norba places the company in an exclusive position with the largest waste truck manufacturer in Europe. The Shanghai Hong Yun contract, which was dismissed in a recent short report as imaginary, appears instead to be very much real and with none other than Baosteel, the world's largest steel company. 29 units have been delivered thus far. Most other initiatives appear to be on track. With the supply chain the key near-term risk, like the rest of the industrial economy. In line with these comments, Schlieskai rates Hyzon a buy, and his $21 price target indicates room for 231% upside potential in the year ahead. To watch Schlieskai track record, click here. So, let's look at his track record. So, okay, he has done on average return on 10%, which is okay. Michael Schlieskai. Davidson, Wall Street analyst. Okay, hope that I'm sorry if I'm not saying his name right. So overall, there are 6 recent analyst reviews from Hyzon shares, and they break down 5-1 in favor of buy over hold, giving the stock its strong buy consensus rating. The shares are priced at 6.3 at the and the 14.17 range price target implies an upside of 125 this year. So it's an interesting stock to say the least. Okay, and let's look at it. So high HYZN. HYZN. Okay, we have 5 buy ratings and 1 hold rating. I don't see it here, the analysts. We have a low. Let's see how the stock is doing. So today it went up 8%, but it's down still 45% from 1 year. Year to date 9%, 6 months 38%. So okay, that's it. And let's look at how the stock is doing. High YZN. Okay. Okay. Let's look on a daily chart. Here we see a high of $19, and if we take, okay, here we can actually see that a little bit of a downtrend that has been broken. If we take a line like this, if we take another line and put it like this, we can see that we are an inflection point. So here we can see, based on the RSI, we are moving a little bit up. Based on MMCD, there is nothing very much going on at this moment in time, and it's probably moving alongside the Nasdaq, which has moved up a little bit. Okay, so that's for Horizon, and they expect 250% return based on the analyst forecast of $21. Okay, so that's an interesting stock, to say the least. Let's say the insider trading. Okay, there has been no insider trading this year, but we had one insider buying at the price of $6.30, so that might be an interesting news. Crowd wisdom. Okay, it has gone 1.1% last 7 days, 1% last 3 days. Let's see who has bought 4 days ago. So a little bit of not as good traders, but we had Michael Stocktwitts, who is a stock market investor. Okay, he has bought 2% of his portfolio at the price of $8. Okay, so he was probably trying to time the bottom, and maybe we can see a little bit better doing like this. So here you can see how we are moving, and here you might say here we're the bottom at 5, and you might see actually that we're moving up, and here at this point we are at a crucial point where we can actually expect a move on the upside. So it is interesting, and it probably be, we will have to wait some earning reports. We had a report, the estimated revenue was about 2 millions, and as said before, we had 1 million less, so 50% less, but we were profitable. The company Horizon Motors was actually profitable on that quarter. So okay, interesting. Okay, so this video is actually longer than expected, and here we have, I can see this as a bullish sign that the 50-day moving average and the 13-day exponential moving average has actually crossed, so it is a bullish sign. Where is the price target? I think at least $8.20 would be the next price target, and here we will see a resistance because we are closing to the 200-day moving average, which is 844. So here between 814 and 850 would be the next resistance line. So if you wish to trade this stock, this might be a good entry point with this uptrend. Of course, it's not financial advice because in the stock market you never know, but the analysts expect the highest price range is 21 and the lower the average is 14, so they actually expect a 21 price target in 2021. Okay, so I guess we would have to go over the all-time highs, and probably if we get to that point in time in history, we will move up higher. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Hyzon Motors stock, and see you next time.